How's it going, guys? Today I'm just gonna have a look at video at something a little bit interesting that I did want to point out. So what I'm gonna do, guys, I'm just gonna show you an interview of what AJ was saying before the fight. He says something very interesting here, and then I'm just gonna have a look and show you a few interesting things that I saw. So as you saw for the title of this video, would have Ngannou knocked AJ out if he landed? And I'm gonna give you my verdict on what I think would have happened if Ngannou did land on AJ. Would he have been prepared for Ngannou's shot? Because clearly when he's landed on Ngannou 3 times, Ngannou obviously went down in the first round. Second round he went down, and then third round with that last big power overhand right took him out. Would AJ have taken Ngannou's shot? Ngannou probably landed a few shots, but they were more like sweeping hooks, like they weren't clean shots and nothing really at all. AJ landed everything, the main big shots anyway. So my question is, wouldn't AJ have taken Ngannou's shots? Now let me show you an interview.
I think it's going to be a challenging fight. So in my head, I'm taking myself to a place where I know if it gets tough and if it gets rough, I'm ready, like from a cellular level. You know, every cell in my body will know to keep on pushing through and not give in at all. So, and that will lead me to victory for sure.
Okay, so he says there, guys, and I picked this up before the fight. Obviously, I wasn't on YouTube at that time. I already made my channel 2-3 weeks ago. Anyways, I did want to make a video on this. When AJ said this in the interview at the time, I 100% understood what he was saying. When he said he was getting ready on a cellular level, I'm not sure if a lot of people are going to understand what he's meaning. But I've been doing a little bit of digging and research, and I can understand what he meant by that. So what he meant by that is, if we go have a look at Francis Ngannou. So here's Francis Ngannou. He's a 270-pound heavyweight, shredded, bigger than AJ in terms of size and muscle. When I say bigger than AJ, AJ's taller. When I say bigger than AJ, let me just rephrase that. When they come together, they look about the same. AJ's taller. So I wouldn't say bigger in the sense of he outsized AJ. They looked similar, but what I mean is on the scales, Ngannou weighs more, so he's probably got slightly denser muscle. That's it, really. Nothing more. But size doesn't really matter too much in fights. Anyways, when AJ's obviously saw Ngannou and he saw what he's capable of, especially in the UFC and all his knockouts, especially obviously against Tyson Fury, AJ had to take him seriously, which I believe he took him seriously. Now, Tyson Fury, on the other hand, we don't know if he took him seriously or not. For me, I don't want to say Tyson Fury never took Ngannou seriously. I just think styles makes fights, and I think Ngannou just took it on him. But we all saw what happened in that fight. Ngannou, let's be honest, beat Fury. Maybe not on the cards, but he won that fight. Most people would agree that he won that fight. That's the whole point the Joshua fight happened. Now, when Joshua said, I'm preparing for this guy on a cellular level, listen, Anthony Joshua is no fool. He's pretty built himself, if I'm being honest. He's got a good physique. He's quite muscular. He's known for his power. But let's be honest, the guy he came up against, which is Francis Ngannou from the UFC, I don't think AJ's fought anyone as big and as muscular as Ngannou. Now, muscles don't mean anything at all in fights, guys. They don't really translate over. It's more about your skill. But and don't get me wrong, Ngannou does have knockout power. He's knocked out loads of people in the UFC. He put down Fury. So what I mean is, Ngannou is built like a truck. He's got power. So when AJ said, I'm going to get ready on a molecular cellular level, he meant looking at his physique. If somehow, some way, Ngannou was to put his punches together and his performance and everything was to come out right, if he shaped up right, if he was a boxer and he had that experience, if fighting someone like this, if they give you punches and they land on you, then you need to make sure you can take them. Are you going to be able to take this guy's shots? Because, bro, when AJ's landed on him, he with technique, with boxing, it didn't take long for AJ to get him out. But AJ, I want to show, was AJ prepared if Ngannou was going to land on AJ? And I've noticed a few things that I want to point out. And my verdict would have been yes. If Ngannou did land on AJ, AJ was ready, and I've studied this, so I'm pretty sure. So I'm gonna show you a few things now. So guys, this is Anthony Joshua's Instagram, and I want to point out, the main thing I want to point out is this, guys. Now, looking at this, guys, you might not think, what is AJ doing here? He's lifting a what's it called, a weight plate, and he's doing some sort of extensions. What is this really working? Now, the guys do, it's not, I'm not talking about the specific exercise, but he's not really showing too much here. Now, don't get me wrong, this would definitely still help that area. But guys, the area he hasn't really shown too much on, but he has trained very, very, very much for this fight. Can you guess what area he's trained, guys? Guess it, guys. The neck. Look at the neck, guys. That is AJ's neck. So his neck starts from there to there. Now, don't get me. So what I'm looking at, guys, is AJ's neck muscle. Now, I don't want to go too much into it. Now, can you make your chin stronger? The answer is no. You can't really make a chin stronger. But what you can do, guys, is you can make the neck muscles around your face and body stronger. So when you do get hit, there is some evidence out there. Mike Tyson used to do it a lot. He used to do a lot of neck training back in the day. He was the one who used to do it. Now, this is kind of dangerous as well if you don't know what you're doing. A lot of boxers don't do it. There's not really too much evidence in it, but based on, if you have a strong neck, so you can see he's rolling on his neck. That's obviously developing the neck muscles. Now, AJ took it to another level in this fight, guys. I'll show you where I've seen that. So if you can see here, when he's doing the hyper extensions, that usually works your glutes, probably a little lower back as well. But if he's putting the weight up there and he's moving up, there's definitely some neck work going on here as well. He's squeezing. So you can see his neck's big. So when you do get punched, AJ was prepared as much as he could be on a molecular level, especially with the neck. Don't get me wrong, the other areas he probably did all the training as well, which he usually does that. But on a molecular level, guys, if Ngannou was going to land and it was going to get dirty, AJ had been training his neck. Now, does a neck make you stronger in terms of taking punches? As I said, guys, it doesn't. It doesn't. As I said, guys, there's no factual evidence, but at the same time, guys, the muscles around your chin is your neck. So if your neck muscles are big, you could cushion the shot on your chin. Now, as I said, there's no exact proven evidence apart from people like Mike Tyson who used to do this. Now, AJ has also been training neck. He's trained his neck in his career. Even back in the day, he used to train his neck. So you can see here AJ doing that same exercise that I think he does, Mike Tyson. Now, a lot of people say this doesn't really help, and they might be right, but at the same time, guys, even if it gives you a 0.1% advantage, I think it does give you slight. I think it would help. Now, don't get me wrong, if someone connects you flush, I don't think so. But when you have a big neck, guys, don't get me wrong, the target to hit when someone's hitting you, your neck becomes like a target too. And if your neck is strong, theoretically, what knocks people out, guys, it's never really the punch to the head, it's the whipping of the head. When you get hit in the head, guys, usually it's when the impact hits your head, it rattles your brain. So if you do have a strong neck, the theory behind it, guys, of having a strong neck is that it will prevent your head from moving because there's a lot of mass there. It can take a lot of that impact. Now, again, guys, I'm not claiming this as fact, but what I'm trying to say is AJ was doing everything in his power to be ready for Ngannou. There's a lot of different views on neck training, and if that helps, leave your comments below on what you think about neck training. But I do believe, guys, neck training would help knockouts. Not in every case, but I do think they would have prevented it. Now, I'm not saying that's the specific reason. If Ngannou connected, he wouldn't have got knocked out. I'm not saying it like that, guys. What I'm trying to say is I noticed AJ doing a lot of this sort of training, and I'll show you in the fight, guys, how much developed AJ's neck is. It's actually crazy. I noticed this a few times. So I'm going to show you a couple of segments. So, guys, here you go. Just have a look right here how thick AJ's neck is, guys. Look at that, guys. That's part of his neck muscle. You can tell straight away, guys. this area has hypertrophied. Like, people who go to train at the gym, they don't usually train their neck flexors. Even boxers, guys, not all boxers do neck training. Certain, I know AJ does it quite a bit, but guys, you can just tell here how much muscle on his neck is there, guys. There's quite a lot. Now, don't get me wrong, I'm not saying that specifically would have stopped knockouts, but what I'm saying is he trained it a lot for this fight. He was ready. If Ngannou was going to hit him, AJ was prepared as much as he could be. It's just, look, I've just something I noticed, that neck muscle there, guys, it looks huge, guys. These are the traps behind the head, but the neck muscle here has hypertrophied. A normal person's neck wouldn't do this, guys. It's literally bulging out. That's because it's been specifically trained. So yeah, guys, as I said, I'll see if I can find any other areas where AJ shows his neck. Even here, guys, in some of these shots, even here, guys, here's an area I want to show. Just look at AJ's neck, guys. Just look at the thickness, guys, from here to there. Now that is huge, guys. That's his neck. So I believe if Ngannou hit AJ, don't get me wrong, he's got knockout power, and I can't say for certain, but what I would say is I do think AJ was ready, and I do think he probably could have ate Ngannou's shot and not get knocked out straight away. His neck has been developed. I don't think Ngannou trains his neck as much as AJ, because AJ's neck just looks huge, guys. As you can see, it's very developed. All this is like developed, guys. So it's just something interesting that I saw. I'll see if I can get any more angles of it. Don't get me wrong, Ngannou's got a big neck for a natural heavyweight, but you can tell Ngannou's neck hasn't hypertrophied like AJ's neck. AJ specifically has trained his neck to withstand shots. Ngannou's got a big neck, don't get me wrong, he has got a big neck, but I think that's more natural. Now, would Ngannou benefit from neck training? Maybe it would have prevented a knockout for him, but I'm looking at AJ in this video, so as I said, guys, the neck of AJ is quite big. It's quite huge. You can just tell from the back, guys. It almost stands out. The neck is huge, so I believe he would have withstood Ngannou's punches. Again, I'm not saying it's just because of his neck, but as I said, the neck it helps, guys. Cushion a shot. It can help your head from moving when you get hit. So I think AJ would have been ready. Just have a look at this, guys. Just look at that neck there, guys. So the neck, guys, from there to there, guys, obviously there's a trap muscle there, but guys, he was prepared, man. There's no, I'm not saying there's no way, but that neck, guys, that neck right there to there, guys, it's huge, guys. It definitely would have helped with the impact of punches. Now, I'm not saying for certain if Ngannou landed on him, it would have hurt AJ or not. But what I mean is AJ was prepared, man. He's done everything he can do, and he put a performance on here, guys. As I said in my videos before, AJ obviously showed him levels. AJ's neck goes quite back, like towards the back of his ear. You can tell his neck's been developed, guys. A natural, normal neck, it wouldn't be that wide. Now, don't get me wrong, it can be to do with genetics and stuff, but AJ specifically trains his neck muscles. So he's got quite a big neck. Now I want to show something here as well when they come together. As you can see here, look at the size of his neck. It's quite big. So as I said, so let's have a look here. So if you look at Ngannou, don't get me wrong, Ngannou naturally does have a big neck. It's not the smallest neck. It's not a small neck. It's big, but I don't believe Ngannou trains his neck the same way AJ trains his neck. Now, I'm not trying to say if Ngannou trained his neck, he wouldn't have got knocked out. Knockouts don't always mean by the neck, guys. As I said, it just helps. But I mean, I'm just looking specifically at AJ. Now, if you look at AJ's neck, guys, it looks much more developed, guys. See this area here, guys. This is the sternocleidomastoid muscle. You can see here AJ has been working on it and it's developed. Now, don't get me wrong, I'm not making this video to say because AJ's neck's big he would have stopped a knockout, but what I mean is he was prepared for it. Whereas if you look at, say, Ngannou, not saying he doesn't, maybe he does train the neck, but not as much as AJ. It's there, but it doesn't, there's a small little bump in there, and I personally think that's natural, or a bare minimum of neck training. Now, when you look at AJ's, just look at the angle from his jaw to his neck. There's a lot more gap, and the sternocleidomastoid muscle is a lot more defined. That doesn't mean anything much, as I said. The neck doesn't help you. If you're gonna get hit in the chin, it rattles your brain. But as I said, it can cushion the shot, so I do believe it can help us. But yeah, man, so that's really going to be my video today. As I said, let me know what you're thinking. Does the neck training, do you think that would have helped AJ? He's been doing that for a while. I do believe that helps cushion shots, so let me know what you think below. That's just going to be my video for today, and I'll catch you in the next one.